Katrina.
Hi, I'm Chloe.
Hi, I'm Shichen.
And we are CKPS News.
Good evening. This is CKPS Evening News, and I'm your anchor, Katrina Riley. Tonight we'll be discussing some topics such as the newest technology, like the iPhone 7. Also, how other world leaders are reacting to Trump becoming president, a local concert by Steve Aoki at Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, a social movement happening here in San Francisco, specifically the Wall of Empathy in the Mission District, and finally, the results from the local election in San Francisco and California. So now we'll go to Priya with the newest in iPhone technology. Priya?
Good evening. I'm reporter Priya Gopal. According to Business Insider, on September 21st, 2016, UBS analysts Stephen Milonovich and Benjamin Wilson had predicted that the iPhone 7 will generate 8% growth in unit sales. Also, that the amount of iPhone 7s that will be sold will be more than the 6S, but less than the 6. Tonight, we will be talking about the new iPhone 7. Tonight, we will also be talking about pros, cons, and differences between iPhone 7 and the 6S. First, we will be talking about the pros. According to Forbes magazine of September 21st, 2016, some of the advantages are longer battery life and the performance. For the battery life, it can last 2 hours longer than the 6S. As for the performance, the processor is 2 times faster and the graphic speed is 3 times faster. Also, the Touch ID is fast and reliable. Second, we'll be talking about the cons. According to Time magazine on September 7, 2016, the price and the headphone jack are reasons on why people don't want to buy one. As for the price, it's almost $700, while Androids are the less expensive option. Also, for the headphone jack, you can buy the wireless AirPods for only $159, but it could be easy to lose, or one would have to pay extra money for little gadgets that have both charging and audio jacks. Lastly, we'll be talking about the differences between the 7 and 6S. According to Forbes magazine on September 9, 2016, were the headphone jack, water resistance, and camera quality. The main difference is how the iPhone 7 does not have a headphone jack, while the 6S does. Also, the iPhone 7 is water resistant, meaning it can be submerged in 3 feet of water for 30 minutes. Lastly, iPhone 7 has better quality than iPhone 6S in camera. Both phones have 12 megapixels for the back camera, while the iPhone 7, the front camera has 7, and the 6S has 5 megapixels. Also, the aperture is better when the number is lower as more light will be received. With that said, iPhone 7, the better quality, has an aperture of 1.8, and for the 6S, it's 2.2. To go over the 3 points again are about pros, cons, and differences. From all this information, is it worth upgrading to the new iPhone 7, or is it better to stick with the 6 or 6S? Now we will be moving on to the interview with Zach.
Hello, today we are here today with Zach with the new iPhone 7. So I just have some questions to ask you. So what made you buy the new iPhone 7?
Well, my previous phone, which was a 6, was on its last leg, so it's time to get a new one.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So is there any particular feature that you really like about the iPhone 7?
I like the battery life. It seems to last all day, which is pretty cool, because my other one used to last, I would have to charge it twice a day, but I don't have to do that, which is nice.
Do you use your phone a lot, or very minimal?
Yeah, I'd say I'd use it a lot, yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any feature that you dislike about it, or have a very strong feeling?
I mean, the lack of a headphone jack is a little weird, but I got used to it. But other than that, there's really no feature that I really don't like.
So how, if for someone who hasn't bought the phone and is debating, should I buy it, should I not, would you give the phone a good rating?
Yeah, I'd give it a good rating.
Thank you for being here with me today, and next we will be hearing Chloe speak. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm reporter Chloe Tay. First of all, how do you feel about the new elected president of the United States? Angry? Cheerful? Frustrated? On November 8th, Donald Trump was elected as the new president of the United States. As the people are reacting to Trump's victory, world leaders also expressed their thoughts on Donald Trump's win. Tonight, I will be talking about what Vladimir Putin
Theresa May and Shinzo Abe thought about Donald Trump's victory in the election of 2016. According to the Associated Press in FoxNews.com on November 9th in 2016, Russia President Vladimir Putin said that Russia is ready and wants to restore full format relationship with the United States.
I want to congratulate the American nation, Putin said, and Mr. Donald Trump with this victory. Putin even pointing out he was paying attention when Trump praised him on the campaign trail.
He said Trump is a genius.
I will get along, I think, with Putin.
I said he was a strong leader, which he is.
British Prime Minister Theresa May said that Britain and the United States have an enduring and special relationship based on the values of freedom, democracy, and enterprise. We are and will remain strong and close partners on trade, security, and defense.
Well, I congratulate Donald Trump on being elected as the next President of the United States. Yes, I look forward to working with President-elect Trump. The American people have elected him as the next President of the United States. Britain and the United States share values of freedom, of democracy and enterprise, and I look forward to building on the special relationship we have between our two countries to ensure the security and prosperity of our two nations in the future.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe acknowledged the extraordinary talents Trump has and believed in his successful business strategy to lead the United States. Based on all the reactions from the world leaders such as Vladimir Putin, Theresa May, and Shinzo Abe, they have great expectations for Donald Trump and hope to cooperate with him in the future. And now, let's move on to Shicheng to talk about the concert.
Yo, what's up guys? This is Shicheng from CTPS, and I have waiting this concert for a whole week. Tonight, we are going to witness Steve Aoki right here in San Francisco brought us an outstanding performance. So let's get into it. So the concert starts at 7 p.m. in Bill Graham Civic Auditorium, November 18, 2016. I arrived at Bill Graham at 7:30 p.m. and it's getting crowded already. People start chatting around, dancing, drinking. All of them wait for the music to turn up. And Aoki came out like a superstar with lightning and music. People began to scream and crazy for him. Throughout the evening, Aoki is eager to please, prefacing songs energetically by letting you know he's about to drop some brand new shit, that he hopes you will like it, and spends time ensuring the crowd gets in his Snapchat story. It's clear that he wants to be a friend and wants to make sure you have a good time. And he accomplished this almost by sheer force of will. Have to say that Steve Aoki's performance is one of the better, faster, stronger sets in electronic dance music, and he's one of the most famous producers on the planet, and has worked with some of the biggest names in pop music ever. He's known for his cake-throwing antics and always firing up some incredible energy while on the stage. His interaction with his crowds is something to admire, and his upbeat and positive attitude has pushed him so far. So, he's always ranked high in the DJ Mag Top 100, and is sent by many other producers as a helping hand that got them started. It's not like we're all standing around there and staring at a DJ. They will always be dancing. No one worry about getting up in front row, and wherever you can find a spot to dance, just go to dance. And on stage, we're all living for the same thing: love, friendship, beauty, curiosity, and overcoming the weight of our own problems. Music is what brought us through all of these things and tells the story of our lives. It's hard to explain to someone who has never been to a rave or EDM festival why they are so powerful and so addicting. Yeah, sure, It's a huge party, probably one of the biggest parties you will ever go to in your life. Now we are going back to our anchor Katrina to see what she got for us. Thank you.
Hello, this is head news anchor Katrina Riley. A wall of empathy has popped up with thousands of these little sticky notes lining the entrance to the BART station at 24th and Mission, with hundreds of people contributing to the wall. Today, I'll be defining what empathy is, how people are empathizing with others at this wall, and what these little sticky notes that are being placed on this wall mean. Today, let's take a closer look at the Wall of Empathy down in the Mission District by interviewing some people and truly seeing what this wall is all about. But first, before we do that, let's define what empathy is. According to Merriam-Webster, empathy is defined as the feeling that you understand and share another person's experiences and emotions. As we look closer at the Wall of Empathy, we will see people who share the same experiences and emotions over the events that have happened within the past few weeks regarding the recent results of our new president-elect, Donald Trump. 14th, and we are here in the Mission District off 14th and Mission, and we are standing here in front of the Wall of Empathy. This place was created to show how other people are feeling towards the events that have happened within this past week. And really, this is a place where people can put down their feelings or whatever else they want to. I'm here with Ariel, and we are still at this Wall of Empathy, and she is one of the coordinators of this entire event. So I have a few questions for you.
Alrighty.
First off, what made you do this sort of event here today?
Well, as some of you probably are also feeling, I was feeling a lot of very deep grief after the election and finding it very hard to get out of bed and take action. And in order to fight, we have to process these feelings first. So hoping that it would help me process and help others process and get to a place where we're ready to take action.
And how do you feel after seeing all the people who have come out today?
It's been really amazing. The response has just been really powerful and encouraging, and for me at least very cathartic.
Well, thank you very much. So we are still here at the Wall of Empathy, and I'm here with Vicky here. So I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So what brought you here tonight?
Well, I came to catch the BART home from work, and I saw this and was immediately drawn, and I remembered seeing this on Facebook, that this is being done in the New York subways, so I was thrilled to see it. It's really positive. It's really, there's so many expressions of love and support. It's really beautiful. People are being really tender with each other and saying we should listen to each other, and it makes me feel less alone, and I think it makes other people feel less alone.
And so how do you feel after seeing all of this right now?
I feel better. I mean, every time I join with people that are trying to be positive and support each other like this, it feels better. So I'm really appreciative that this is going on.
Well, thank you. The sticky notes being placed here are other people's ways of coping with the recent events. If we look closer, we'll see that most of these messages are ones of love and support. Walls of empathy have popped up all around the country, and I am grateful that I have the opportunity to see at least one for myself. I, for one, can say that I have truly empathized with the people here at the wall and with people all around the country. Now we'll be discussing the results from the past election, and not only the state, but within San Francisco. Hello, this is the CKPS News team, and today we will be going over the results from the local election in California and San Francisco. So, Shizheng, take it away.
Here's Xishan, and I'm gonna introduce you guys Proposition 56, and its cigarette taxes increased by 2% in California. It was on the November 8th, 2016 ballot in California as a combined initial constitution. And over 7 million people vote yes on it, and it passed with 63.62% in California. And let's move on to our next reporter, Chloe.
The California Non-English Languages Allowed in Public Education Act, also known as Proposition 58, is an act to repeal Proposition 227, English in Public Education. The result of this Proposition 58 shows that 72.74% of the people supported Proposition 58 to allow non-English languages in the classroom, while 27.25% of the people went against this proposition. At last, Proposition 58 is passed with 72.74% of the votes. And let's move on to our next reporter, Katrina.
Proposition 67 in California called for the complete banning of non-reusable plastic bags in the state. On November 8, 2016, it was announced that Proposition 67 was passed in California. This means that California was the first state in the nation to completely ban plastic bags. The results were actually really close, with only 52.5% of Californians voting yes on the proposition, while 47.5% voted no. The proposition was passed by only about 500,000 votes. And now we have Priya with another proposition.
Proposition X is on the local ballot for San Francisco. This was on the ballot to preserve the space for neighborhood arts, small businesses, and community services. This is also to ensure that there will be replacement space if one of these were to be removed. Proposition X was approved on November 8, 2016. The result for local residents who voted yes was 59.47%, and those who voted against the prop was 40.53%. Thank you.
Go.
Thank you for watching CKPS News. We hope to see you again.
And I'm reporter Priya.
And I'm reporter Katrina.
And I'm reporter Chloe.
And I'm reporter Shichun.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cut.
Good.
Now are we good?
Yes, we're good. Now
Okay.
you can push the chairs away. Still being recorded. We should have bloopers. Wait, can we add bloopers in
Wait,
the end?
thank.
Here. Okay, this is good. Here.
Give it, I have
Okay,
to
it's
kinda, like, go
perfect
and
right
drop
now.
some stuff, so you can
Okay.
skip
Yeah.
that.
Let's get started.
Good evening. I'm reporter.
I'm Priya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit.
Okay.
States. And
The name.
I'm like,
I was wondering why she stopped. You good? Second, we were talking about the. Oh my God, that was going so good too.
I know. Okay, sure.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
Action. Okay,
Thank you for
watching.
Wait, thank you for watching